Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Coppin, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
You got time to lean?
You got time to clean.
Boy, you got time to clean. Welcome in. Cleaning up house here on Good Morning Huntsville. No, we're not.
We're
Obviously,
doing something.
We're definitely not. You and I are still here.
Yeah, that's right.
Auditions are now open for this show. If you'd like to take it over, just reach out to us.
Anybody?
Do you want to take it over, Rick?
No.
I should have led into that on my April Fool's joke. You missed it on April the Fool's. I think we're at like episode 475 or something, and I said, oh, well, it's been a good run, and I know we're not going to hit 500. And I said, those folks up at Lubbock called me, and they want me to go back to the broadcasting, and, you know, they gave me an opportunity that I just could not refuse, and so I'm heading to the Red Raiders. Jason Thompson, oh, I'm proud of you, brother, and he's so happy for me. I said, dude, I'm just kidding. I ain't going nowhere. Once you invest, I've invested too much here in Huntsville. The only thing that could pull me away, somebody called and had this unbelievably lucrative deal that I just could not refuse. That ain't happening.
That ain't happening to me either. I've got too much time and money invested in here.
Oh, I love Huntsville.
I do too.
That's why we do this show. That's why we're 400 and Molly corrected me yesterday because I said it was like episode 481, and she all day I was saying, welcome in episode 481. And Molly, you know, she's so wonderful. She's our receptionist here at the church, and she says, Rob, it wasn't 481. I said, what do you mean? It was 485.
You've missed 4 episodes?
I missed 4 episodes. But it was labeled correctly, but I was in the...
But you're coming up on 500.
Yeah, getting close. 486.
Today.
Pick up the sticks. 486. We're going to bring sticks and pick them up on...
You might.
Not today.
I'm too old to get down on the floor.
How do we still come up with stuff? How do people even still watch after all these episodes?
Because we're entertaining.
That's questionable. Highly debate. Me, at least. You. That's very, very good comment.
Is it?
Yeah, very worthwhile comment.
You and I get along pretty well.
Yeah, except those trips with rap music. Other than that.
Yeah, well, that I'm still got a little wrinkle about that one.
Yeah, I saw it. Look, there it is right there.
That's a wrinkle.
Hold on.
Wrinkle.
Breaking news here this morning on Good Morning. You never know what's going to happen on this show.
What's breaking?
Breaking news this morning. Rick has said something about a wrinkle.
No, I said wrinkle.
Rankle. And hold on. Let's get it right here. And, whoa, didn't connect yet. Didn't connect. Look, that's from yesterday.
That is yesterday.
Look, there we are. Didn't connect correct.
I've been there.
Come on, connect. Man, I had a good picture of the wrinkle here and didn't get to get it on.
That's all right. Nobody wants to see my wrinkles.
He had one wrinkle in his arm.
I've got more than that. I think that's actually a scar.
You're pretty good for
Old man?
a younger guy. I'm just giving you a hard time, Rick. Hey, welcome in as we get rolling here on another episode. It's actually 486 today, getting close to 500. We're going to have a little celebration. Maybe even roll out new intro video. I think we're going to do that. We'll roll out some intro videos. I wish that I had like a daily intern that could capture the best moments on each show, and then we could have put together like a highlight reel.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, like to go through 484 episodes or 499.
Yeah, that'd be tough. And you had some good moments on here.
Some really, one of my favorite moments was the confetti for Michelle Cardenas. Whenever she left, Bridget Maloney had brought by some confetti, and we blew it up right there on the show. I mean, it was going, and then for 6 months it stayed in the studio.
Yeah, I remember seeing little pieces of it.
Yeah, I tried to get it all. That was a good moment. The other good, there's many good moments.
Yeah.
I used to love being over there at Paul Oley's place downtown because people would drive by and they would
Honk.
at us.
Kay and I went around the block like 3 times.
Yeah.
You know?
Boy, see, that's what happened. I'm thankful to be over here, but we don't get to see our friends.
Yeah, well, you have no outside windows.
We need to fix that somehow. We'll figure something out.
Periscope.
Yeah, we'll have it. I thought about putting a camera in downtown, and then people could drive by the camera and honk, and then we can feed it back here to the studio.
That's an idea.
We'll think of something.
You wouldn't have a camera very long.
Probably not. Somebody. Oh, what's this? Oh,
I'm going to liberate this one.
Wow. Yeah, well, easy pun. All right. Welcome in. Nah, I had a lot of stuff like nobody. I mean, it's in any community anywhere. I mean, if you leave something out, it's going to end up. It doesn't matter where you are. If you deliberately leave a $20 bill on the road, it's going to be missing.
It probably will.
Yeah, and there'll be some folks that will turn it in somewhere. There'll be other folks that'll take. It'd be a tough sell for me if I found a $20 bill in the middle of the road. I would put something on a social media page like a Huntsville Good, Bad, and Ugly, and I would say, "Are you missing something?" I wouldn't say what, but I would say, "Are you missing something between this road and this road?" Just I don't know how I would do it, but I would at least try. I would do something.
I probably wouldn't try.
I would try. I would just say, "Are you missing something?"
I'm not really a thief, but if it's in the middle of the road, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe let me go back, because you're right. That would be a tough one. What I would do, I'm not trying to say, "Oh, Rob's a saint," because that's not me.
I know.
I did do this before. I found a pretty substantial amount of money. We're talking like $50 in a Kohl's parking lot one time, and I did turn that in because that was at a business, in a business. Now, if it was in the middle of the road somewhere, then that would be a little bit different. But I just said, this isn't mine. This is $50 is a lot of money.
More than once, I've found driver's licenses in a parking lot.
Now that I would keep, and I'd use it. That and a Social Security card, it's different. So we're talking money here, Rick.
No.
Talking money. Credit cards, different story. I'd use those.
That's
obviously.
not right.
I'd use a credit card.
We don't do that.
I had someone once. I always used to joke. Well, I still joke around, but I was joking around with somebody at a restaurant. And they ran my card and it went through. And I said, "Wow." She goes, "Well, what's the matter?" I said, "I can't believe that worked." She looked at me real serious. "Well, what do you say that?" I said, "Well, I found it out in the parking lot." She goes, "Sir, I'm going to have to. You cannot use that. Give it to me." And I said, "I'm just joking. Chill out." So that's always my joke with new restaurants that I go to. "Wow, I can't believe that worked. I found it right outside."
I've never done that.
Try it.
I'll pass.
And then I used to, there was a couple of times where I'd sign my credit cards with a different signature just for fun.
I've signed mine with pictures before.
Did you really? You drew a little
horse.
It's kind of fun. I used to just make up names. I'd put Max Powers.
Well, they can't read my signature anyway.
One of the best ones is I put El Broco on there. El Broco, that was That was back when I was the leader of, a group of people. I was the El Broco.
El Broco?
El Broco.
Which means?
It means I'm broke. The broke. The broke.
El Broco.
Yeah, El Broco. The broke.
So you got to get that R in there.
El Broco.
El Broco.
And I used to tell people that I'd say, no credit, don't sweat it, it's okay. That's what I'd tell them.
You still tell us that.
Yeah, because I wish the credit card companies would tell me that.
They don't tell you that.
Speaking of which, took out a big loan at Walker County Federal Credit Union, debt payoff, debt consolidation loan. Mm-hmm. Boy, I was feeling good, Rick. I'm making payments. I'm getting that debt crunched down over 3 months, but it's got like 4 years to go. I'm feeling good, buddy. Boy, this is great. I'm finally, it's like you get on that horse and you get on the saddle and you hold the reins and you feel like, boy, I'm in control. I got it going.
Right.
And then all of a
something happens.
Then all of a sudden, Mac decides, you know what, Dad, I'm gonna get a big old knot on my side.
Yeah.
And the credit right back up.
I understand.
And
I have been there.
I appreciate, I just wanted to say this publicly. I appreciate the generous support of so many friends, many people in this community, but I didn't want to ask people. I just hate to ask people for money. I don't like to do that, but this was a time where I needed to. And a lot of people helped us out. I'm just going to be honest, still have 5,000 to go.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it was a pretty costly procedure. Ended up being closer to 8. I thought it was going to be 70. It ended up being over 8, which was just all in with the emergency room visit, going to the other vet. But I'm proud to say that Mac is doing better. He's at home. And I understand, like, my family's going to come first.
Yeah.
This is a good discussion to have. It's easy to be on to be on the outside and say, well, I would just put that dog down. If you can't afford it, put him down. But I'm also, there's something, man. I love animals, and I want to see things live.
That's why we get along so well.
Yeah, I love animals, man. Especially my pet. And if you're on the outside, it's easy to say, well, just put it down if it's going to cause all this debt. But then on the inside, I'm like, that's part of our family. It's not my children, obviously. I mean, I'd put my children of anything.
They call them fur babies.
But, yeah. And so I had a very long conversation with 2 vets, and I said, should I proceed with this? It sounds like it's going to be costly. I've got some credit cards. I can throw it on and then pray that everything else, have faith and that we'll get help. And we have gotten some help, which has been great. But the vet said, look, this dog has a good chance of the first step is just getting this thing out. They weren't saying that because they wanted to get a bunch of money. I mean, I've talked to one vet wasn't even able to do the procedure, and he told me you need to do this. He said that there's a likelihood that it's going to be cancerous, obviously. He said, but this is the first step, and then go from there. And so we did the first step. We got that thing removed. He's already feeling a ton better. If he wasn't sick, you wouldn't notice anything wrong with him.
Yeah.
He's happy. He's wagging his tail. He's got this huge, like 8-inch incision on his side. I mean, the thing's almost a foot long, apparently. But they've got him all bandaged up. But they got it out. But there's a likelihood that it has spread to his liver and his spleen. And I don't want to jump the gun. And I definitely don't want people to lose faith. But we prayed. We prayed for our dog.
Yeah.
We said, Lord, we just ask that you heal our dog in Jesus' name. Amen. We prayed over him. Now, if the Lord chooses to heal the puppy, great. If he doesn't, that's okay.
Yeah.
We're okay with that. But we're going to pray for him because we have faith and we know that we serve a God that can do anything. Mm-hmm. And so just as we would pray for a person, we've been praying for our dog, saying, Lord, you know how much this dog means to us. And we thank you that you've provided a companion. And we just ask that you heal him. But if he doesn't, nothing's going to change. I'm still going to be full of faith, and I'm still going to pray, and I'm still going to believe God, and I'm still going to believe that God's in the healing business. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not a bit.
I think God wants us to be bold in our prayers, and he wants us to remain in faith in all things. And I'm sitting here on the show numerous times and in public and in private, and I tell people, put God first in all things, sow into the Spirit. The Bible talks about that.
We always pray before we start the show.
Yeah, even if it's a quick one.
That's right.
Because if we don't, boy, the walls of Jericho will come tumbling down. So we better make sure we pray, man. And but I just wanted to say, maybe a little inspiration, just what we're going through with our pup, maybe in your life. Put the Lord first in all things. The Bible says put him first in all, not one or two things, but put him first in all things. And that means when your animal's sick, pray for him.
Yeah.
That's putting God first. And we'll see what happens. But he's not bouncing around. I've told him don't bounce around. But we got a long road ahead of us. Now, we have decided that if the big C word comes back in full force, that we're just going to make him comfortable.
Yeah.
We're not gonna put him through all this other stuff. We're gonna give him what he needs to be comfortable, and then if that time comes, then we'll make that decision to do what we need to do. But we did the first thing, and I'm so glad we did. I couldn't put a price tag on getting my dog back.
I understand. I mean, I had
having him
one
happy.
for 17 years.
That was the little
She just
Chihuahua
passed away
one.
in February.
Yeah.
While I was holding her.
They're family.
Yeah.
100% family. You had her on the show. I remember the morning you brought her on the show, and you were about to take her to the vet, and you said, well, I think this is it. And then she went on another year?
At least another year.
Yeah, so.
She wasn't as sick as I thought she was.
No.
But,
she looked at you like, you're pretty sick, Dad. She talked on the show. I couldn't believe it. And Rick's still here, so. But no, I think it's, I don't know. It's one of those things that I always told myself, well, if I ever have to go to the vet and it's going to be over this, then I'm just going to put him down. And then that didn't happen to me, and I was like, can't do it.
Well, I never spent that much at one time, but probably over the course of 17 years I did.
Yeah. Now, I will say the place I went, I was wearing boots, and they turned me upside down, started shaking me, and
Because you had boots?
well, they thought I had, it's like Robin Hood, and
had a little cash in your
when the collector comes by, and
Okay.
you got that poor old pup, the cartoon one, and
Right.
Yodel-odel-dee-doo, I'm here to collect taxes, you got to pay your due, and poor old dog's got that cane, and he's got his boot on, and well, we just need to take what's not yours, and he flips him upside down, and then out comes the coin, and yeah, they gave me the old shakedown over there.
I'm sure they did.
They were worried. I'm just joking. They did a really
Yeah,
good job. I went to Blue Pearl, and they did really good. Our vet here said, man, I can't operate on this. He said, there's no way. It's too big. And he goes, A&M can probably do it. I called A&M. They said we can't get him in until June.
Oh, my.
They said it's not an emergency. My vet said, bro, it ain't an emergency. You want to see the blood in the picture? It's an emergency. And so we called around, and what I could have done is went to every single place and been charged a fee at every single, and then by the time I did all that, it ended up costing what it ended up costing anyways. So we're good. I just wanted to publicly say thank you, and if any of you out there still feel led to help out, we would. You'll see it. I've been posting about it like crazy, but I told people. Someone said, "Well, man, all I have is $10." I said, "Brother, if you feel led to give $10, you don't know how far that's going to. Anything helps." And so, from the bottom of my heart, we appreciate you in this community, and thank y'all for helping us give Mac a fighting chance. So, wanted to say thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you. And I wanted to make up a song, but I'm not going to.
Well, that probably everybody appreciates that.
Yeah. Well, we are here, episode number 486. We get rolling. Big thank you to Elliot Herzlich from Elliot's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com. And, of course, we could not be here without the generous support of our foundation sponsors. That includes
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
That's right. And they've been serving this community for over
27 years.
When's 28 coming up soon?
September the 2nd.
You got that down. You're like, I know it to
I know
it too.
that.
28 years, September the 2nd. When is that? Wouldn't that be cool if that was on a Tuesday?
Why?
Or, I mean, a Wednesday?
I was going to say, why?
Hold on. September when?
2nd.
Look, isn't that cool if it's going to be on a Tuesday?
It is a Tuesday.
You're going to have to come by on Tactical Tuesday with us. Just drop in.
I didn't start this school.
Maybe
Kay
we
did.
can flip. Maybe I can ask Jason. We can flip. I bet he would.
You better talk to Kay.
Yeah, I'll talk to Kay.
Well, I might be out of town. You don't know.
Well, don't plan on it. Bridget got me these Magellan shirts, by the way. I like them because I'm chubby, and man, they're loose,
Now, Kate makes me wear these form-fitting shirts.
That's all right.
No, it's not.
It means you're well fed.
I'm fat and happy.
Well, hey, we do want to thank you, though, to Tomorrow's Promise Montessori School. If you go to our website, hellohuntsvilletx.com, you won't ever pay for the content there, and it's all positive news. I've had some people reach out, why didn't you report on this? Why didn't you report on this? Why don't you tell us about this? And the reality is we built this platform for a reason, and the reason that I felt led to build it was to promote positivity and also to keep you updated on what's happening here in our community. And if there's any, there's a lot of negative things going on, and those need to be told, honestly. Yeah. Some people need to know what's going on. But that's not what we do. Not to say that we're better than anybody else, but this is just our platform. It's like there's a website, happynews.com.
Right.
Now, are they going to post something about a poor well blowing up on the side of a beach? No.
I hope not.
That's not happy news.
Well, It is for the seagulls.
Are they going to post a story about the car, racing down the road, running in a white Bronco from the police? And no, that's not happy news. They're not going to do that. We're not either. Our platform is all about lifting up and promoting the good. And, boy, speaking of the good, and see, I don't know how to know some of these things. I was scrolling through, and I said, there's a perfect story for Hello Huntsville for our platform, and it was Mayor Humphrey donating over 520 meals to an organization. And I said, man, I wish I would have known about that. I would have went and reported on that. Those are the type of stories that we want to know about here on our platform, because we want to showcase those that are making a difference. And Mayor Humphrey watches the show. We appreciate him. He's a great man. And thank you for the birthday shout out. He sent me an oh yeah birthday shout out yesterday. But we want to know those kind of stories. And it doesn't even have to be the mayor. It could be your neighbor. Think about somebody in your circle that has done something really amazing. And it doesn't have to be this huge thing, but it's amazing to you. Maybe it was something as simple as borrowing a cup of sugar next door, because you don't hear about I've never read a story about the neighbor borrowing some sugar. We want to know about those simple stories.
I'm not sure I have any sugar in my house.
Well, I won't ask you then.
I've got honey.
I've got a brisket in my freezer that I'll let you have.
It's got my name on it.
Yeah, I'll let you have it.
You probably ought to go ahead and eat it at this point.
But I want to tell you, friends, seriously though, if you have those kind of stories, we want to hear about the good news. And so think about somebody in your circle that's done something that you said, you know what, that would be a good story, and let us know. You don't have to write the story. We'll contact them. We'll write the story. And maybe the person doesn't want a story written about them, but you want to write them anyways. You tell us, and we'll figure something out. We don't want to ever force anything on anybody, but I do want to continue to promote all the good things happening here in Huntsville, and there's so much good happening here in the community. Talking about tomorrow's promise, one of the good thing, our friend Fraser Stanley Jones got a beautiful new sign in over there at the Academy.
It looks really good.
Electronic display. That thing looks pretty legit, man.
He did a great job.
I think he's new into that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I think he lost money on that deal.
But he did what he said he was going to do.
Of course he's going to do what he said he'd do.
Yeah, but he said also that y'all were kind of the guinea pigs. He wanted to learn how to kind of do some of this stuff.
And it looks fine. So he did a great job. I have no complaints at all.
The way that he does those signs, he does, what did he call it? Like it's some sort of, with the stone, and he, how does he do that? He puts, it's like pressurized, the way he does these signs. So they're apparently will last forever.
It was pretty cool. We took a little tour when we were at Ambassadors.
Yeah, I did. Fraser, if you're watching, sorry your picture didn't make it on there. We'd encourage you to come join our organization.
Yeah, please come join the chamber.
We got the names mixed up, but we enjoyed coming out anyways and taking a picture with you. So, but it was great, and I mean, there's a good story right there. And speaking, and because of that, because of his business, we get to know his son.
Yeah,
and his son is rocking it, man.
I need to get his son to come out and look at some of my lawnmowers.
His son, tell him about his son. What his son does, Rick.
He works on small engines, and he'll come and get them for you and take them back to his shop and repair them. And he's I don't know if he'll deliver them back again. I didn't ask.
If it's a riding lawnmower, he'll ride it back.
Oh, that's a long way to ride.
Yeah, you may get pulled over.
It's 3/4 way out to Riverside.
But no, his son, Fraser Stanley Jones, if you don't know him, Stonemark Designs, and also
East Tex
Storage?
East
Tex Storage.
No, East Tex Trailers.
East Tex Trailers. See,
that's where we screwed up.
That's where the confusion started. John is East Tex.
John Cole is East Tex Storage.
East Tex Storage, yeah. And but I'll tell you, man, his son, Fraser Stanley Jones' son, amazing young man.
Yeah.
Just he's going to be a future business. He's already a businessman, young man, and does small engine repair.
Well, Fraser's not any slacker himself.
No, stems from the daddy.
The whole family works hard.
Stems from the daddy.
Yeah.
So good people. Well, hey, I know we've been talking a lot about several things, and I wanted to allude back to something. We received some very unfortunate news yesterday, and a friend of this program, someone that had hopped on many times when we had first started, and I wanted to save this memory because it was one of my favorite memories that I've ever had on the show. When we had that window, a green dinosaur bounced by the studio one time. And that was our friend Clay Talsworth, and many of you know already now, but we received some extremely unfortunate news that Clay was involved in a very serious automobile accident early yesterday morning around 1 a.m. On the interstate. And from what I understand, there was an 18-wheeler that was getting back onto the highway and trying to get up to speed. And unfortunately, Clay lost his life in that incident. And, man, I just wanted to take a brief moment this morning, just a quick, 15 second moment of silence as we honor a good friend of ours and someone who meant a lot to so many people, who had such candid humor. And if you didn't know Clay, you should have got to know him.
Yeah, he was a character.
He was. So let's just take a very brief this morning. Again, I just wanted to take a brief 10 seconds or so as we just honor a friend, as we remember the life and the legacy of Clay Talsworth. So please join us for just 10 seconds or so. I go back and think about those moments. I mean, that's how the candy came along,
Yeah.
the 0 degree freeze dried candy. And Rick, you got to be a part of that. And I just, if you don't mind, I just would like for you to maybe share one thought or one memory of Clay.
Oh, Clay, he was a character. He would go with us every once in a while out to rodeo at the trivia nights on Monday nights, and his humor would just have the whole table cracked up and laughing. He was a very earthy and funny kind of guy.
Yeah.
His humor might have been crude for some people, but it resonated with me.
Yeah, and you got to think too, that was just his style.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know him, you'd be like, who is this guy? But if you knew him, you knew him.
Yeah.
And you knew who he was. And I'd made a post yesterday that, we had so much more similarities than we did differences.
Yeah.
And
and we didn't see eye to eye on everything either.
Yeah, but not once did he ever call me a name. I never called him a name. I'd never do that. And
He was a civilized person.
and we found a way to get along, really well. He and I had been sparring over this bond, which I thought was kind of fun,
Yeah.
and he was like, would you get on that show and tell your viewers to support this? And I said, well, yeah, I would, man. And so we had some good discussion there. And, the last thing that he had sent me, because I run that Huntsville, Texas news and events group, and we don't allow a lot of, conflicting things to get into that group, but I had been posting support for it. And so it was fair that I allowed his post to pop on there against it. And,
Yeah.
and I'm, Tammy and a couple other people helped me manage. It was a lot of work.
Yeah.
And so there's stuff that gets hung up in there that all of a sudden 2 or 3 days later I'm releasing. It's like, garage sale. Wait a minute, that happened 3 days ago.
already
So
gone.
sorry, I forgot to help it. But Clay had messaged me and he said, hey, my post has been hanging for a day in here. And we released it, and because I wanted to be fair,
Yeah.
and we released it. And so and then he gave me the thumbs up sign, and that was the last message I got from him was the thumbs up. But, he was a great man, and I wanted to say something besides his humor, which could be crude at sometimes, but you had to know him to know who he was.
And he was a funny guy.
He was a great guy.
And
he was a generous guy.
Heart as big as the all outdoors. I mean, I have no idea how many times I've walked over to his booth, and he just, here, take this.
If you've been watching the show for a long time, Clay came on one time, and he said, I want to give away some money to help people with their gas today. Mm-hmm. And he gave me a $50 bill, and he said, give that away today, but tell them it's for gas. And I'll never forget that. And that was the heart that he had.
He did.
He would always find something to help somebody else. And when we first met him, he brought a lot of candy on the show. We'd give away candy periodically on the show.
And I actually brought one, but I forgot it, so it's at home.
Well, that's been.
I was going to give it away in Clay's memory, but
Sounds like the brisket story, so don't worry, Well, I forgot about the brisket in your freezer. I didn't. I'm about to eat it.
well, you go right ahead and eat.
No, I feel bad about it.
It's about time for Kyle to make another one.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a generous heart, and I wanted to just share this because that incident that happened yesterday got my mind thinking of somebody that I needed to reach out to, that maybe we don't have everything in common, we have a lot more in common than we don't have in common. And I reached out to that person yesterday, and I just wanted them to know that they're a friend.
Yeah.
And it's a good message this morning too. We try to find something positive out of tragedy. And for those of us that believe, I didn't get this until really until Pastor Jason Bay here, and I've heard it my whole life in church, but I've never understood this until Pastor Bay related it to me in such simple terms that the Bible says the wages of sin is death. Mm-hmm. And that's all of us. That's Rick, that's me, that's every single person. And we wonder why these things happen and why there's sickness and why there's so much. It's not just because of one person individually. It's because collectively sin has destroyed the world. That's biblical. It's in the Bible. Sin, the wages of sin is death. And you go all the way back to Adam and Eve. And when that one was broken, don't eat from the forbidden fruit. That's what did it for the rest of us, all of it. And so when you hear these bad things, you say, well, why did God allow this to happen? That we don't have the answers to all the questions, but we do know this. We know that sin collectively in this entire world is why that death happens and things happen. And it doesn't mean that I'm not sitting here judging or saying it was because you're a super sinful person or I'm a sin is a sin. It doesn't matter what you do. And so and I know that's hard, but I hope that can bring some comfort to some people, knowing that we don't understand why, but we have a good reason, and we know why.
No clue. I mean, I've known people that deserve stuff like that a lot more than Clay did.
Yeah, and nobody did. Nobody. You know, when I heard that news, I just said, man, that is so tough. And
I know. He invited us to his engagement party.
Yeah, y'all were there.
We were there.
Y'all were there, and we just want to continue our prayers for Katie and his stepchildren. Clay had children as well. I think his son. And so there's a lot of people affected by this. But as I said earlier, that you try to find ways for something good to come out of something bad, and I think the good that can come out of something that none of us would have ever expected is leave a legacy that's going to cheer people up like Clay did, and also honor his legacy by being cheerful and helping others, because he really did. He loved helping people, and that's what, over all the humor and all the other things, I'm going to remember a man that always wanted to help others. If there was something you were going through, I guarantee you could have picked up the phone, called him, and he would have been there to help you. No questions asked.
I agree.
So yeah.
I strive to be that kind of person.
Yeah, and every time I ask you, you're like, pff. I said, hey, Rick, I got to take my truck up to Madisonville. Do you think you have a vehicle I can borrow? And your reply was, no, I don't have anything you can borrow. Quit texting me. Actually, Rick's reply was, sure, buddy, whatever you need. Rick's very humble, but he has that heart too. Rick always asks, what can I was setting up all this equipment back this morning, and Rick goes, well, I'm just sitting here. What can I help you with? That's Rick.
Well, I had no idea what I should be doing.
Yeah, well, you ask. So.
Well, yeah, but I always ask, and I expect you to say no.
Yeah, because technical stuff, I'm like, well, thanks for asking. I don't know.
Moron.
No. So yeah, we just want to take that moment and just let Katie know and their family how much we love them and whatever they need, whatever she needs and their family needs. If you see anything, just ask them.
She asked to let her just ask people to let her alone. Is what she asked.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
I thought maybe in a couple of months I might ask if there's anything I could do.
Yeah, and you got to respect that. So
I cannot imagine if something happened to my wife like that, just abruptly, I'd be a total wreck. I wouldn't be able to function for years.
My uncle, we lost our aunt several months ago, and in a car accident, just out of the blue, didn't expect it. My aunt and uncle were like this. They were, and I mean this seriously. I love the relationship that you and Kay have. I really do, Rick. I've told you this in private. I've told you it in public. I love how connected you guys are. It's just, and I know there's bumps in the road like any marriage, but y'all both love each other so much. And in fact, when we did that Wednesday thing at Rotary, and it was like the dating game? Yeah. They had all these. I said, Rick and Kay are going to win that easily. And y'all did. I mean, y'all blew everybody away because you knew what each other was going to say.
Yeah.
I'm inspired by the relationship that you have with Kay, and I think everybody should strive to have the relationship that y'all have. I mean that. I told you y'all to teach a marriage class.
I wouldn't know where to start.
Well,
yes, dear.
That's good. See, there you go.
Number one,
that would
number
win
two,
it.
number three.
But I think a lot of my uncle too, Rick, and my uncle and aunt loved each other so much, just unconditionally, and they were together for decades and decades. And I was so worried about my uncle when this happened. The last person in the world that I'd ever think that we would lose would be my sweet aunt. She's the sweetest, kindest. I never heard her raise her voice. I never saw her get upset. Never heard a bad word out of her mouth. I just never in a million years would have expected that when my cousin called me and gave me that phone call. And I was so worried about my uncle because he just lost.
Yeah.
And but his relationship in the Lord has brought him through this. He's a very big man of faith, and we've reached out and talked to him and called him and let him know we love him and appreciate him. And he never fails to call me either on my birthday or before my birthday. And he called me the night before my birthday, and he's like, "Hey man," he always says, "Hey man, it's your Uncle Elwin here, and just want to tell you happy birthday." And that is one of my favorite phone calls that I get. And I told him on the phone, I was very open with him. I said, "Uncle Elwin," I said, "you don't know how much it means that you call me every year on my, that just means the absolute world to me." And I just said, "I want you to know how much we love you and we think of you and how much you do for us." And I think it's important that we let people know in our lives what we feel when it's.
I agree.
And don't get on the phone if you're feeling bad about something and like, "Oh man, I can't." I'm talking about if there's somebody that you love and that you just think the world of, pick up the phone and tell them that.
Yeah.
If you've never told somebody that, pick up the phone and tell them. Especially guys, there's this, I don't know what it is. My dad didn't have this, and so I'm thankful for that from my dad because it translated to me. I don't have any insecurity about telling another person that I love them and care about them, and that's because of my dad. Now, and you don't either, Rick. I know you don't.
I don't, but I never heard my dad tell anybody that.
Yeah, but that's how you're wired.
Yeah.
You're that way too, man. But I think a lot of guys, especially men, there's something that there's this insecurity about telling it, especially another guy you love them. You know. I just want to encourage you.
Well, don't make it weird.
Yeah, don't make it weird. Hey, Bubba. Hey, Ricky. Hey, Bubba. Hey, Robbie. Yeah, don't do that. But there's nothing wrong with that. And that's one thing that I love about Huntsville is that we can lift each other up in this community. Literally tell people in Huntsville we love them, and nobody thinks anything negative of it.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to say that. And Clay, we love you, man. So
Yeah, and that's the reason I have 0 degree, because of Clay.
Yep. Although your heart is not 0 degrees.
No. 2 degrees.
It's got a little bit in there, Rick. Hey, we'll take a brief break. When we come back, it might be Rick's Top 10. Stay with us. Let us know you're out there. Hey, we're giving away a Cafe Texan gift card.
Of course you
today.
are, because I'm here.
Cafe Texan gift card. Text in the keyword run. That's the keyword this week, run, because of the pineapple run coming up on Saturday. So text in, you're like, look at me. Ain't nobody running.
Not me.
Keyword run.
If you see me running, kill whatever's chasing me.
Yeah, maybe that little kitten that chases Rick around outside. Text in the keyword run. Are you in? Well, you're not in if you don't text us.
That's right.
So text in run along with your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. Your chance to win Cafe Texan gift card coming up today. As always, our shows on this wonderful Wednesday brought to you by Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Over 27 years of
27 plus years.
Coming up on 28 September
2nd.
One day before my sister's birthday, and that is...
Well, yesterday was your birthday.
Yeah.
I told you I neglected to call you. I should have, but in my defense, I was on jury duty, and a lot of stuff was going on yesterday.
Well, that's where that 1 degree heart comes from, No, you told me on social, so I appreciate it. You know who did call me is unexpected? I guess actually it was expected. Sam called me from Lee Barron.
Really?
He called and said happy, and he left me a voicemail.
He's such a nice guy.
He said, "Man, I got 2 phone calls for my birthday outside of my family, and it was Sam and my buddy that I told you that. Or, no, I guess 1 phone call outside of my family. It was Sam called me and told me. But many of you did. I appreciate it. I don't need no pat on the back. It's just it's just another day. It's just thank you, Rick.
Well, wait till you get as old as I am.
And then you're like, can we have negative birthdays?
Can we start going back?
All right, we'll take a break. Let us know you're out there, Huntsville, as we continue on promoting the good. This is your show on a wonderful Wednesday. It is Good Morning Huntsville. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
Imagine a professional office space that elevates your business image without the corporate price tag. Huntsville Executive Office Suites are coming soon to Lake Road. Enjoy high-speed internet, a fully equipped kitchen, and 24/7 secure access. Take advantage of our live answering service, advertising on our outdoor video sign, and a convenient location just a quarter mile from SHSU. Lease terms start at 6 months. Call Raven Property Management at 936-225-4378. Huntsville Executive Office Suites. Grow your business without outgrowing your budget.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
And now,
That guy's got a lot more hair than I do.
where did that come from?
I don't know. Probably Justin.
Is that a toupee?
Once upon a time I had one.
Were you wearing it on the show one day?
Yeah.
You were?
Yeah. Well, Justin would glue it on there.
I didn't know you had one.
Oh, yeah. For
Yes.
probably for about a year.
Hold on, we got it. And now, Rick's Top 10. Coming at you live. Studio 1229J.
1229J.
What you got for us today, Rick?
We
Boy,
have
it took a lot of work to do this.
this is the national top 10 things you might name yourself on Name Yourself Day.
Oh, National Name Yourself Day.
Yeah. Number 10, Sir Mix-a-Latte. Because you work at Starbucks but still want medieval street cred.
Sir Mix-a-Latte, what's up?
Number 9 is Captain Netflix. Did I say that right? Captain Netflix.
Netflix.
Defender of binge watching and destroyer of productivity. I've been there.
Are you a Netflixer?
No.
Me either.
But I'm a reeler.
A reeler?
I tend to get sucked into reels.
Oh, reeler? I thought you meant like a fisherman.
Oh, no.
Well,
My wife won't let me fish.
Well, I'm a reeler.
Number 8, Kardashian No. For those trying to resist the dark side of reality TV.
Yeah, amen to that one. I definitely a Kardashian no.
Me too. Number 7, Lord of the Onion Rings. Your journey begins and ends at the drive-thru.
Hey, by the way, Burger King has a new mix. You can get the onion rings and the fries instead of just fries or just onion rings.
They're all mixed together?
You can mix them together. Lower calories.
That might be pretty good.
Yeah. So I'm going to be, what was it called? The name of it?
Lord of the Onion Rings?
Lord of the Onion Rings. I'll take it.
Wouldn't it be Fry of the Onion Rings?
Yeah, maybe.
Number 6, Taco Supreme Leader. Because power tastes better than with hot sauce. I kind of like that one. I might have to get a bumper sticker like that.
Taco Supreme Leader.
Because power tastes better with hot sauce.
There's an organization, one of these fraternal type things that they have their leaders called the Supreme Leader. Is that the Masonic Lodge? One of them.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I thought it was the Buffalo Lodge. You know, that Fred Flintstone belonged to,
Yeah.
the Water Buffalo Lodge.
Might be. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Biden Trumpington III. Every time you say your name, America argues about it for 30 minutes.
That would be facts. Biden Trumpington III. That's a good. That's kind of
I like that.
That's a prestigious name. What's your name? It's Biden Trumpington. Biden Trumpington Boning.
Like I would name my kid that.
It's got a good ring to it, though.
Number 4, Wi-Fi McBuffering. And they spell Wi-Fi with W-I-fight.
Wi-Fight?
Wi-Fi McBuffering.
Like Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Okay.
A hero in the age of terrible internet connections. I like it. Number 3, insert name here for the truly indecisive.
That's the best one.
2, the notorious ROB.
Come on.
Still waiting on your mixtape and court summons.
It's coming, man.
And the number 1 thing you might name yourself on Name Yourself Day. Number 1, Taylor Swift's secret cousin. Because let's face it, clout is everything.
There you go. There it is on National Name Yourself Day. Rick's Top 10. Look at that guy's happy. He's jolly.
He's happy and jolly. I don't have any glasses like that.
Little bouncy face guy.
Mine are green.
Hi, little bouncy buddy. Hi there, little feller. Rick and I won't go into what we were talking about during the break. Nothing. I mean, it's nothing that's not family friendly, but it happens to do with bodily things, you know, food and those kind of things, stomach and all that. You know where I'm going with
Yeah,
this.
I know exactly. I was there.
We're going to start a show that's called Things That Happen to People That They Don't Ever Talk About. And I think we'd get a lot of, you know, people would open up.
There'd be a lot of interaction.
There would be a ton of interaction. A lot of the show would pertain to stomach issues.
Yes.
Things that happen to people that they never talk about.
That's right. Well, why would you?
Do you talk about those things with your wife, though?
I talk about everything with my wife.
See, I talk about everything with Bridget.
Well, Bridget's not my wife.
Well, Bridget's my wife.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's nothing that we don't mention that. I mean, we talk about everything. The joy, the simple pleasures of life, the stomach rumblings of life. We talk about it all.
Yeah, that's Kay and I do too. I can't think of anything we don't talk about.
Have you been married like 10 plus years and you don't talk about your stomach rumbling with your significant other? I think you need to start talking about it.
Probably ought to have more conversations.
When I had my IT company, we did work for a retirement community. I'm not saying that this just happens to retirees, but let's be honest, as you get older, the body relaxes quite a bit.
What are you trying to say, Rob?
Well, and you know, you just don't
had
think
to clean up this chair once already, right?
You don't think about noises when you get older.
Yes, you do.
And apparently in my business they didn't, because I'd go to people's houses and, you know, Mr. Jim Johnson would be behind me and you just hear noises. Didn't even say excuse nothing, just rumble bumble. You would be surprised. It probably happened 2 or 3 times a week, Rick. Just sitting behind
elderly people.
I'm just working on their computer and just boop, 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 boop. You know, like it was nothing. Part of life, which it is, but it's one of those things that you try to control. And old Jim Johnson.
Well, you know, the older you get, muscles get weak.
Yeah.
I know, because I used to be a lot stronger than I am now.
They used to have a video game control. They called them Rumble Pad. Well, this was a Rumble Pad. I mean, my goodness. My feet were getting massaged sometimes when I was there doing work for these people. Man.
Some deep vibrations there. Huh?
Got those deep vibrations. All right. You all know what I'm talking about. Don't act like you don't know. So, hey, a lot of people joining us this morning. Let's do a little Your Time to Shine. How about it, Carolyn Gibson, the grandmother of Huntsville, saying good morning.
Good morning, Carolyn.
Good morning, Carolyn. Jennifer Augustinetti, first comment today. I'm going to start doing a competition for the first comment. I want to do that. That'd be fun. First comment.
What if I come in and paste a sticky note right on your screen? Does that count?
Then you wouldn't win. You know, you'd get an effort award, but
that's it.
But yeah, Jennifer was our first comment today. I still want, if someone, I'm just going to throw this out there. You know, we have our foundation support, which helps us greatly, and then the extra support that we get, like Sam Moak. You know, Sam does a lot with us. Huntsville Executive Office Suites. Terry Coleman. Real estate, 0 Degree helps us.
Had lunch with Terry yesterday.
Yeah, wonderful lady. Mm-hmm. She helps. Our friends at Deep Clean Texas, also an ongoing supporter of this platform. All of the ongoing support that we receive. Oak Ridge Disciple House, Oak Ridge Ministries, big supporter. Elliot Herslick, huge supporter, been with us since day one. All of that helps keep us going, and so we do need. My goal is to have about 20. That's it. I don't need more than 20, but my goal has always been on this platform to have 20 ongoing advertisers. If I can have 20, then that would be great. Right now we're hovering around 10, so I've always been about halfway there because I don't get on the phone and call people, hey, you want to advertise? Just kind of let it come to us. But I've always been looking for somebody to do a secret sound. I really want to do a secret sound.
I hate those.
Oh, I love them. You don't like the secret sound?
No, I don't like the secret sound.
Do you know what it entails?
Oh, yeah.
Though? You can win money. The secret sound. And my goal is
I've never won that kind of money on a secret sound.
Well, I thought about an audiology like a hearing aid or an audiology place here. And I've reached out. I did reach out to one of them, didn't receive a response. So if you know of any of these people, let me know. But I thought it would be such a great promotion for them. We'd probably charge around $500 a month because we would need to make a little bit off of it.
Yeah.
So my idea was every day $10, and that money just keeps adding up and adding up and adding up until somebody gets it. So, I mean, if you went the whole month, that'd be $200 or $300 you could win if nobody got it. Well, just think if you went several months.
Well, how long would clip be? Like half a second?
It'd be really quick. And the reason I thought of this, I thought of the old rumble pad. You know, you'd think of Jim Johnson back there going, what is that?
I remember Jim Johnson.
What is that? You say it, you win it. I don't know if it'd be that. But it could be something.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows of anybody that would like to, or if you have an idea for somebody that you think it'd be super great promotion because I know we get a ton of interaction with it.
Yeah.
But the secret sound, I've always wanted to do that since I started this show.
I will not participate.
You would call in.
No, I wouldn't.
You don't like those?
I don't like them. I don't hear that good.
What if we turned it up like Toby Keith turned it up some?
You'd have to turn it up a lot.
Turn it up a lot.
I'd have to be wearing these things.
Yeah, somebody will do it. But Jennifer Gustiny, our first commenter today. Quentin Glaze, #1 engager. Thank you there. Joining us today. Oh, you know what? I lied. Those are not our number. Those aren't our first engagers. You know what happened?
I don't know.
That's hilarious.
You sorted them somehow?
No, this is from yesterday.
Oh, my.
Our chat didn't refresh.
So.
Hold on. Carolyn Gibson. Hold on. Yeah, because these are like, hold on. Where are we at here?
I don't know. I'm looking.
Boy,
right
I'm
now.
completely lost this morning. Yeah, sorry. Somehow the comments got messed up. Anyways, we'll start from the bottom. Steph Valley. Follow the bouncing Rickhead on the screen from the top 10.
Stephanie said that?
Yeah. Follow the bouncing Rickhead.
Sweet Stephanie said that.
Follow the bouncing Rickhead. Wow. Follow the bouncing Rickhead. Follow the bouncing Rickhead.
I'm a little hurt.
Michelle Cardenas, our former intern.
Yeah.
Please come back to us. What's that one song?
She's having a good time in Austin.
Come back. We need that to start playing that song. She took a picture with the Gov.
I know.
Michelle Cardenas joining us this morning. Good morning to you. Christine Mitchell, good morning. Yeah, pretty awesome. So Asa Marie joining us. Good morning to you, Asa. Jamie Saucier, he was commenting on our friend Clay, said a great friend to all, and I will miss him.
Clay was right next to Jamie for a long time at the farmer's market.
Do you know what Chris Brown needs to change his name to? Jump Around Chris Brown. Because jump isn't it Jump Around Moonwalk?
It's Jump Around Moonwalk.
Chris, change your name, dude. Jump Around Chris Brown. Whenever you answer like Mattress Mac, that could be Chris on TV. He would be good. You know, they got 4 locations now.
Yeah.
He is rocking and rolling,
He's
man.
doing a great job.
But I could see it on TV right now in a commercial. Hey, everybody, jump around Chris Brown here. And just, that'd be so awesome, man. While you're jumping in a bounce house, Chris. Hey, it's Jump Around Chris Brown. And I'll jump around all over your town. And I'll bring all of the jump arounds around to your town all around. Just don't let them turn brown. Jump around. There you go.
Just put your money down.
Put your money down. I'll bring them around right to your town. Let's jump around Chris Brown. That'd be perfect, man.
We probably shouldn't be messing with Chris like that.
Chris is a good dude. He knows where. The Phyllis Diller joins us. Good morning. I love this from the Horn family, too. I got to know Clay only through Hello Huntsville when he would make comments during the show. His humorous comments always made me laugh. So sad. He definitely touched people, and he knew and he didn't know, like me.
Yeah.
There you go. I think that's true for so many people.
If you didn't know him personally, you missed out.
Yeah. Melissa Barham joining us. Good morning with a little smiley face. Good morning to you. A couple other ones here. Happy news. Journey Through Bethlehem of Huntsville having their first yard sale of the year coming up. When is that, Autumn? Let us know when that is. Of the 11th and 12th. Oh, well, she did. The 11th and the 12th at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church, 5019 Sam Houston Avenue.
This month?
This month. I would
So
assume
this weekend.
This weekend, yeah. Why are yard sales always Fridays and Saturdays? I guess because Sundays people go to church.
People are working during the week.
But then Friday sales, that's when if you got to take off on a Friday if you want to hit a good sale, because they do them on Friday mornings now.
Oh, look at me.
You miss the good stuff.
I try to avoid those.
All right, a couple of other ones here. Hold on here. El Turpinning. There you go, saying good morning, y'all. Also, our friend, Autumn Wheaton, says, you have not because you ask not, or ask with impure motives. She's talking about a Bible verse when I was talking about praying for Mac earlier. So I love that. A couple of other things real quick. Matt Childers, the deepest voice next to Russell Humphrey in town. This Matt Childers here. Welcome to Taco Bell. Can I take your order?
Matt does not work at Taco Bell.
He should. He's got a great voice for that. Matt
I just can't imagine him working at Taco Bell.
He needs to work there for one day.
No.
Matt, work at Taco Bell for one day, dude. And on that, man, your voice would make that speaker pop, you know? Welcome to Taco Bell.
He has a voice that carries.
Do you want a Jim Johnson Ripper? Rick, we got 2 more minutes. I know your phone's blowing. We got a couple more minutes here. We're getting close to being done. You got 5 more minutes? 5 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I got 5 more minutes.
Autumn Wheaton says, when I worked at a movie theater, someone left their wallet. I drove it to the person's house myself after taking out $50. They lived near, but she did not put that in. She said she took it to their house. She did not take
Yeah,
it
I
together.
didn't think she'd do that.
Autumn would not do that. Deep Clean, I almost said
Sky Carlton.
I almost said Sky, Texas. Deep Clean, Texas. Sky Carlton joining us, saying good morning, Huntsville. How about Joy Daly this morning? Good morning to Joy. I haven't seen her in a while. That's Karen Denman's wonderful mother.
Oh.
And I think that Carolyn Gibson. Oh, no. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah. Here we go. Good morning, Huntsville. Good morning. Happy Wednesday morning, y'all. Okay, that's the first comment was Kyle Kreiner this morning.
Oh, Kyle.
Kyle Kreiner with a good morning, y'all.
I wonder where he's at today.
Yeah, Kyle Kreiner was there. Then my sister was the second. Good morning. Happy Huntsville. Happy Wednesday. Autumn Wheaton was the third. Good morning to you. And then I did want to pop one more up here. Jennifer Gusnay said, good morning. It's a wonderful but sad Wednesday. Clay will be missed. Prayers for all who knew him. Y'all have a blessed day. So, well, hey, a lot of people join us. Let's take one brief break, very quick, 60-second break. We'll come back. We'll call our winner. Today, your final opportunity. Text in Cafe Text and gift card.
But I can't win.
Wick. Hey,
Close
you know what?
What?
Why don't you just give up?
It says never give up.
I walked by. There's these stickers that I have for kids, for my kids, and I walked by this morning, and the never was folded down, and it was a monkey smile, and it said "give up." What kind of message?
Just give up.
What kind of message is that?
But you never used your horn either.
Yes. When we come back, we're going to reveal something, and we're going to head over to that 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. Stay with us. We'll wrap it up when we come back. It's your show. Text in right now to win. Cafe Texan. Your name along with run to 936-339-0139 on
the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line.
That's it. We'll be back. Stay with us. Your show. We'll close it up when we come back here on Good Morning Huntsville.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent 50,000 $100,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover tomorrow's promise Montessori schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Braylon, say this is Spirit Radio.
This is Spirit Radio.
Spirit of Huntsville, Spirit of Huntsville, Spirit 94.3.
Hey, final segment here. 55 degrees.
55.
Let's sound like a fake radio person. It's 55 degrees as I spit all over Rick.
That's all right. I've got a towel.
55 degrees. Outside here in Huntsville, Texas, 13 degrees Celsius. Humidity 80%, wind south 7 miles per hour. That barometer holding steady at 30.16 inches. Dew point at 49 degrees Fahrenheit. Visibility 10 miles. Wind chill 53 degrees. Last update, 9 of April, 7:53 a.m. CDT.
So it's not perfect visibility. Better now?
Yes. 78 and sunny. 79 and sunny. Beautiful day today, by the way.
I'm waiting.
57. How about a little warming trend tomorrow? 84 Thursday. And then it gets back into the 70s for a couple. Boy, look at this is a picture perfect forecast. Sun, moon, sun, moon, sun, moon, sun, moon, sun, moon.
Yeah, and there's no clouds.
Nothing.
There's no stars in the sky either. So
yeah, all clear with highs in the upper 70s to mid 80s, lows hovering in the 50s and 60s, and then Monday night clouds return, but no rain.
Oh.
Nada. Beautiful weekend ahead, and it's the perfect weekend to get out to the Pineapple Run.
Yep.
Peyton Irwin Memorial Foundation, the Scholarship Foundation, honoring Peyton for the Don't Text and Drive, Stop Distracted Driving. You can pick up your packets tomorrow, Friday, not tomorrow, but Friday. Go to PeytonIrwinFoundation.org for more information on how you can be involved in this year's Pineapple Run.
The Pineapple Run.
The old Pineapple Run. The old Pineapple Run. There needs to be a good old country song about it. Let's head over to that 0 Degree Creations phone and text line.
Let's do that.
We've got a winner today.
We do.
A little winner.
If they don't answer, do I get the card?
Yes.
All right.
I just thought of winner tuna dinner. Ugh.
I like tuna. Tuna salad.
Good morning.
There's old Billy Bob here and old Jethro. How you doing?
Good morning. How are y'all?
We're doing mighty fine. Well, listen, you texted in this morning to win a Cafe Texan gift card, and guess what? When's the last time you had a Cafe Texan, sister?
It's been a while since I've been there.
Well, sister, that's been too long. That's supposed to be Wolf Brand chili, Kathy.
It's not working.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not quite. But that's okay. It was a good try.
I tried. That's all you can say. Kathy Schweitzer joining us this morning. Winner of the Have you won a Cafe Texan from us before?
I have.
Did it work? I didn't know if I used it or not. Did the one you have work? 'Cause I think I used it.
Is that why it didn't work?
Yeah. Probably used it and gave it back. That's what I do is I use them and then I give them back to people.
That's wrong.
And people in
just give you the. Yeah, it's just the card. There's no money on it, but it's a really nice card.
Well, when people in Huntsville are so nice, they don't confront you about that. So I just use them and give them away. They're zero balance, you know.
They would probably still honor it over at Cafe Texas.
Yeah, they would. I don't do that. So, well, Kathy, what have you been up to? I know a lot going on. How have you been? Tell us what you've been up to.
Oh, good. Just work and home and, the usual adulting.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like adulting.
How's our buddy Matthew doing? I always have to ask about Matthew. How's he doing?
He's doing good. He's baseball's his thing now, so he's at trying to go to every Hornet and Bearcat game.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Well, one of these days, I know it's early, but we'll have to find a way to get him to come over here and hang out with us during our show. I'd love to have him one of these mornings. He's my buddy.
You'd have to have a lot of coffee.
Yeah. Well, Rick will bring it.
Yeah, I like coffee.
Yeah, Rick will bring
I've
it.
always got coffee.
Well, hey, you're the winner today. Cafe Tech, courtesy of Cafe Texan. Big thanks to Vance Howard, Tiffany Gobble over there for providing those cards each month. And before we go, you always know, Kathy, Rick has a very important question for you. Rick, take it away.
Kathy, what are you thankful for today?
Just thinking about kind of I hate to say the people that we've lost to the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Just the outpouring that this community does. Through fundraiser, cooking sausage and sandwiches and selling them for the family, or doing GoFundMe or whatever. This community never hesitates to come out and just support the people in their most darkest times.
Yeah, well, that's good, Kathy. We appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah.
Well, we're putting together a new promo, and I'm not asking for a compliment. We don't do that on the show. But what have you enjoyed most now these 2 years about Hello Huntsville? What have you just really enjoyed about listening and being part of the show and our platform?
For me, it's just hearing people in the community with their involvement, either in volunteering or employment, and just bringing to light different programs that we might not know about otherwise.
All right. Well, there she is, Kathy Schweitzer. There's someone famous with the CS initials, last name Lewis, but he ain't got nothing on Kathy Schweitzer.
That's true.
Yeah, so there you go. Hey, God bless you, Kathy. Congratulations. We'll have that ready for pickup for you anytime.
All right.
Anytime starting tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. up here at First, all right?
Sounds great. Y'all have a great day.
You too.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
There she was. Kathy Schweitzer.
Kathy Schweitzer.
I got that from this kid I worked with in Fargo. There he was. There she was. There he is. Every time we interview someone, and I actually, it was annoying to me, but now I do it. There she was. There he is.
It doesn't bother me a bit.
There he was. I'm just going to start talking like that.
You just going to grunt a lot?
My name's Jim Johnson. It's like a bass speaker. Check this out. This is a twak.
A what?
Twak. Twooc. Twak.
Twook.
Twak. We got a new horn.
Yeah.
You got to pull the plug. What if it's jammed and it doesn't stop?
I don't know.
Dude.
Well, I guess you just take the batteries out.
No, but if this
That
thing,
or stick it in a bowl of water.
Oh, wait, what's this open right here? Is that the battery compartment?
Probably where the battery is.
Oh, because I may step on this thing and bust it if it doesn't. Hold on.
I'm not really worried.
Okay, there we go. Oh, it's got a coin cell battery.
Yeah.
All right, open.
Wait, you don't have to open it.
Well, I just want to see. Okay,
Oh.
okay, yeah. Boy, it's just got a little coin cell. Look at 2 coin cell batteries.
That's pretty slick.
I'm just doing a test. Okay, it is a push button.
The push button works.
Hear that?
I can hear it.
Easy there, Jack. Easy there, Jim. Sitting behind me.
Okay, that might be loud.
Putting along. All right, you ready?
Yeah. Ah.
Oh.
Wasn't nothing.
Here it is. Here's our new horn.
It's an anemic horn.
Welcome to the show. You're the new guest.
Sounds like an emergency warning system.
Rick, you tried, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah, I did try.
I thought it was going to be like a woo.
I thought it was going to be really loud because that's what I was informed.
Well, I still like it.
Well,
this will be like hey, y'all. I'll keep this over here and you keep it on when it's time to end the show. Like, all right, I got to go. And you start going like that.
Time to go, Rob. Time to go.
There we go. The new by the way, if you see these on Amazon, do not order one.
That wasn't Amazon.
Oh.
Temu.
Oh, there you go. Well, there you go.
Yeah, same thing. You're going to have fun with that all day, aren't you?
It's time to go. Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
It's the thought that counts.
It is the thought.
It's that 3% of the heart.
I thought it would be really loud.
I thought it was going to be like, Wah.
Yeah, I did too.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all you got. You want me to hook it up to a 12 volt?
Look, welcome to the show. You're new. We got a special horn for you. Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
I know that this thing was pricey.
It was?
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far, but okay.
These are going for $1.99 now.
Probably not that much.
All right, friends, that'll wrap it up. Thank you. Rick, thank you for hanging out with us. Hey, a lot going on. Tomorrow's Promise. I want you to go online to tomorrowspromise.info for more information on all the great things happening at Tomorrow's Promise. If you've got children, 0 to 12 years old, right?
Yeah,
No.
6 weeks to 12.
6 to 12. And there's after school.
6 weeks to 12.
Well, yes. When I say 0, I mean 6 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're very young.
So a newborn all the way to 12 years, they got something for everyone over there, especially for younger children. If you're looking for a place that you need to have your children, get them enrolled and let them take advantage of Montessori education. Our 2 children are thriving. They're doing so great. And I attribute a lot of their success to Tomorrow's Promise. Braylon comes home singing songs I've never even heard of. And she learns them at Tomorrow's
But they're
Promise.
good songs,
And they're
right?
good songs, yeah,
Okay.
very good songs. You know what
Not
she's
rap, right?
You know what she's singing now?
What?
She learned it at school. She's singing Deep in the Heart of Texas.
Oh, really?
She came home the other day.
Did
She
she
goes, the
start clapping,
stars
too?
at night shine bright and
No,
whatever.
shine big and bright.
Shine big and bright. Deep in the. I was like, how do you know that? She goes, school.
Yeah, deep in the heart of Texas.
We sing it now. The show will go on and on if we don't tell you goodbye. We'll wrap it up, friends. Thank you for hanging out with us again. Yeah, thank you. So that means it's time. Kay had a message here. I wanted to share this. She sent me this morning. I wanted to list this. Part of Kay's Wednesday Wisdom, just very briefly. She sent me this morning.
Okay.
It was an excerpt. I'm not sure what this was for, but she sent it to me. It says, ask yourself this question. What would I do today if today was my last day? The key is to really get into the meaning of this question. Mentally list all of the things you would do, the people you would call, and the moments you would savor. Envision yourself doing these things with great energy. Visualize how you would treat your family and your friends. Even picture how you would treat total strangers if today was your last day here. As I told you earlier, when you live every day as if it was your last, your life will take on a special quality.
Yeah.
So think about that today.
She's got a point.
We get so wrapped up in the mundane, get up, do this, the routine.
Yeah.
Kay revealed this to me. We get put on autopilot.
I spend a lot of my time on autopilot.
We do. And just think about that today. And really, I'm serious, think about that today. And think about whose life can you help make a positive impact, just like our friend Clay did.
Yeah.
We love you, Huntsville. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning, bright and early, with Jason Bay, Jay Bay, Bay, here on the show, Pastor Bay. Maybe I'll come up with a theme song for him, But we'll be here. Jason always shares some great insight, so don't miss us. We'll be here tomorrow with First Baptist. Friday, we'll wrap it up with Billy Cawthon. And as I end every show, reminding you, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please, provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Rick, somebody out there needs you. So long, Rick. Have a great day, buddy.
You too, Rob.